The 2023-2024 President's Trophy winning team are the New York Rangers. They have finished at the top of the NHL this regular season. They finished at the top of the Eastern Conference and the Western. The entire NHL, they finished as the #1 team in the regular season. Now, yes, that is great and all. You want to see your team do good in the regular season because you got to make playoffs and you want to see them be one of the top teams in the league. But at the end of the day, winning the President's Trophy is not the main goal. Now, it is great to see. I mean, it is very cool to see your team finish at the top spot in the regular season. But we all know that the main part of this whole thing, playing hockey in the NHL, is to win a Stanley Cup. And the biggest challenge of all is yet to come. The playoffs are right around the corner, though. And as always, I will keep all of you Rangers fans updated on everything New York Rangers related. So if you're a Rangers fan, I would definitely appreciate you subscribing to this channel. I post every single day. This is the perfect spot if you're a Rangers fan. So definitely smash the like button as well. Comment down below your thoughts on this amazing season. But let's get into this video here. We're going to take a look at a lot of stuff here. The potential teams the Rangers could play, some past President's Trophy, winning Rangers teams, as well as the teams that have won the President's Trophy and the Cup here. We got a lot of things to go over in this video. Starting off here, the Rangers have officially clinched home ice advantage in every single series they will play this season in the playoffs, whether it's round 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Cup final. Doesn't matter. They will have home ice advantage, so they're going to play games 1 and 2 at home, 3 and 4 away. Game 5 at home, Game 6 away, and then Game 7. If it comes to that in these series, which it very well could at points, you have home ice advantage, which is quite nice. You want to have, your home fans there cheering your team on, chanting Igor. You want to hear all that good stuff. And having those games, those big games at home, especially Game 7s, when those happen, being at home definitely can be very beneficial. So that is quite nice to see. No matter where they're playing, who they're playing, they will have home ice advantage, which is very important. And the NHL introduced the President's Trophy Award back in 1985-86, and since then the Rangers have finished at the top of the NHL in the regular season 4 times. Once in 1991-92, which was their first President's Trophy win. Then the second one was back in 1993-94 when the Rangers won the Cup. I'm sure that would have been a ton of fun to watch that season in the regular season as well as the playoffs. Sure, it was a great overall season by the Rangers there, winning the President's Trophy and the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, though, I was not alive to see that. But a ton of greats on that team. Brian Leetch, Mark Messier, Adam Graves, Steve Larmer, Sergei Zubov, and one of the best American goaltenders of all time in Mike Richter. So that was definitely a very stacked team. Like I said, it was definitely before my time. So hopefully we can see a New York Rangers Stanley Cup win this season as well. Carrying on, though, and taking a look at the third President's Trophy that the Rangers have won. It was back in 2014-15 when the Rangers made it all the way to the conference finals, but ended up losing to Tampa in 7 games. And the most recent President's Trophy win, though, is this season, 2023-2024. Overall, I thought it was a pretty great regular season. Like I said, the Rangers were pretty dominant from start to finish. The beginning was a little shaky at the start, but they definitely had an amazing second half. They were one of the best teams, and in general, just had a great overall regular season. They definitely went through their injuries and stuff like that. Foxy, Igor missed a lot of time. A ton of other guys missed some time as well. But at the end of the day, they come out on top, which is exactly what you want to see. And I got to give a lot of props and praise to the coaching staff too. Michael Pekka, Dan Muse, Peter Laviolette, the head coach, Phil Housley. There are a lot of great coaches on this team, and I think they clearly made a massive impact on this team. From last year with Gerard Gallant and his staff to this year with Peter Laviolette and his guys, I truly do see a big difference with this team. The faceoffs are a pretty good example of, comparing this year's staff to last year's staff and seeing a pretty big improvement, as Michael Pekka, it does seem like, kind of came in here and really helped a lot of these guys on the draws to win a lot more of them, as last season the Rangers finished in 20th place in the entire NHL for face-off team win percentage, finishing with a 49.1, as this season they had a massive step up, going over 3% better this season, finishing in 7th place and having a face-off win percentage as a team of 52.3. That is a pretty massive step up from last season, and I think Micah Pekka and this coaching staff is definitely a clear factor in that. And one more pretty good example of this coaching staff coming in here and doing a much better job, I would say, than Gerard Gallant. And this is no means, hating on Gerard Gallant. I think he's an all right coach, but I think Peter Laviolette has come in here with his staff and has done a phenomenal job. And a pretty good example of that is the fact that last year, this Rangers team finished with 107 points and finished 9th place in the entire NHL. This season, they obviously finished at the top of the entire league with 114 points, and I think that's just a massive step up. Yeah, it's only 7 more points, but you consider going from 9th place to 1st place. That's a pretty big jump there. The Rangers were a great team, and I would say the coaching staff is definitely a big reason for that, as the core pretty much stayed the exact same. Here and there, sure, some players changed and, added a couple guys, but for the most part, this is the exact same core of guys from last season, and Peter Laviolette and his staff have done a much better job than Gerard Gallant and his guys did last season. And the final thing I wanted to take a look at in this video is the previous teams to win the President's Trophy and win the Stanley Cup in the exact same season. There have only ever been 8 teams total to do that in the entire existence of the President's Trophy, coming into effect since, like I said, 1985-86. The first team was in 1986-87, so right after it pretty much came out, the Edmonton Oilers with their absolutely stacked team with guys like Gretzky, Curry, Messier, so many phenomenal players on that team. They ended up winning it a couple years after the President's Trophy came into effect. Then you see the next team to do it was 1988-89, the Calgary Flames. Then the New York Rangers did it in 1993-94, like I was talking about earlier. Then the Dallas Stars did it in 1998-99. The Colorado Avalanche did it in 2000, 2001. The Red Wings did it in 2001, 2002, as well as the Red Wings won it again in 2007 and 8. And then the most recent team to do so, when the President's Trophy and the Cup in the exact same season, are the Chicago Blackhawks, did it in 2012, 2013. So basically since 1985-86, there have only ever been 8 total teams to win the Stanley Cup as well as win the regular season, which is, very difficult to do. To win either one is very hard, but to win both in the same season is extremely difficult. You got to have an amazing team, and the Rangers definitely have a pretty good one, but can they get the job done? We're going to have to wait and see, but I really do hope we can see the Rangers win their first Stanley Cup since 1993-94 and do so for the first time in my lifetime, as well as I'm sure many of the Rangers fans as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. I'm a huge New York Rangers fan. I post every single day, so if you're a Rangers fan, this is definitely the place to be. Smash that like and subscribe button, as well as comment down below your thoughts on this amazing season by the New York Rangers.